Hello, hello, it's Pearlescent K9, and today we're gonna do a little top 5 outfits I made throughout the year of 2025. That's like my first year of doing drag, really, so it'll be fun to kind of revisit some things I've already made, go back and see how they're holding up. We debuted in November 2024 now, so a little over a year, made lots of things, so I'm gonna try to go through them from like the first to like the most recent, so we can also kind of see like just how that progress has gone and all the ideas I've had over this time. So first up, we have my Fishman from Creature Feature. Easily the craziest I've looked. I was green for an amazing reason. Can't stop because I'm addicted to the sludge. Like this, I'm definitely gonna revisit. I'm gonna improve it. I want to do that look again, especially now that I have liquid latex, and I want to be able to improve any sort of makeup and like special effects skills, so that way I can actually look more like a fish man instead of maybe just a man painted green with some fins. But I really do still enjoy the actual like chest piece because it was foam pieces that I made that I just sewed a sheer dark green like curtain onto, and then I put this kind of holy, almost like sweatery looking material on top, and I did some of the shading with like eyeshadow just to kind of help define like the feature, give like that almost like ab illusion to it more. This is like kind of like a bodysuit base that I attached everything onto, and I made some like fins with some like kind of like not pipe cleaner. Yes, pipe cleaner. Yeah, that stuff. Uh, it's like sewed fabric around them to make little fins. Some sleeves. The sleeves do have gloves attached, so like when you put it on, like your little hands. But like because of the holy fabric, they started kind of already falling apart, especially because like I performed in this after finishing a lot of it last minute. Um, the bottoms, made a choice. These are like tights that everything's attached to, so this part's not holding up the best. There's definitely a hole in the crotch, but it did the job for what I needed, and it helped make more cohesion, so I could look head to toe fish man. But that one, it was super fun. It was super fun. Um, I know how I can do it better. Um, a lot of it's made pretty decent. A lot of it's made pretty shit. Uh, but it was worth it. It was enjoyable. I performed to Reptile by Nine Inch Nails. Naturally, uh, I feel like it fits. Also, have to make everybody listen to your Mechanical Machine music for 8 minutes straight. Naturally, and then I did Criminal by Britney Spears right after, and that was so fun. That was so fun. Being green in the bar. Mama, I'm in love with a criminal. Iconic. So next up, a very, very pearlescent K9 outfit, if you ask me, given the literal dog that's on the shoulder. I'll do the skirt first because the dog and everything's just really fun. But this, multiple different flannels, base, skirt, and I just shredded fabric, sewed it, layered it all on. A lot of this was done hand sewing because I was torturing myself. Put this zipper on, a little can tap chain that I made as well with other charms. And as you can probably see, there's some bugs that I have throughout the costume. I'm gonna like rework this a little bit because I just want to keep making it bigger, better. If I want to add more pugs and stuff like that onto it. Another nice fun thing about the skirt is it's a revealable one too, so I can just keep it on, or I can take it off, show something else underneath. It has like a little asymmetrical moment to it, so that's really fun. Because I have boots that I put some flannel pieces on to match, so one's like a short boot, one has a boot sleeve, so the asymmetry continues and matches with how the skirt is actually made. But the top is actually a pair of shorts originally. turned into a top. And then this little guy. So like one top's on him, he's right on the shoulder. This is Rufus, my man, my doofy little pride and joy. He started out as kind of like one of those like, I mean, this one's not a TY. No way, no it's not. Anyway, but it started off as like just an innocent little plush. Obviously not a pig, a dog. And I cut like the whole nose, cut everything, so like I could use like the eyes, and you can see part of the original fur as a base, but I built the ears and I built like the jaw and everything myself, and attached that on. Oh, there goes the hanger, a little piece of choker to give him a collar and everything. There's a bee right here, and he had a bee in his mouth, and he has his tongue pierced because he's a bad boy. But I just really like this top. I like the little star kind of like keychain ring I found on there, and again, just more bugs, like there's a scorpion, spider, and stuff like that, and I'm only going to keep adding more. I wore this for the River of Pride event, and I feel like it was a good summary of what my drag is. Also, for Pride, because I mentioned that skirt can be a little reveal thing, I have this that I can reveal too. Has a little message. We love trans joy, we love celebrating. So it's just kind of like, it was really fun to kind of get to do something like that in more like visible space where so many people just like enjoyed and celebrated and thought my little guy was both so cool and cute and horrifying, which that's all I can hope to do. I mean, look at me. So next on our lovely little list, this one's a partial rework of one of my first costumes I ever made for drag. Because it was actually a trip dress that I found in a clothing swap, so I didn't even have to pay squat. Love clothing swaps. But obviously it's not a dress anymore. I turned it into a bodysuit. This whole piece used to be here because I made pockets where I did like a little organ reveal you can see in like my debut video. I'd love to redo that, but like way more extravagant and probably a lot more realistically too. So I cut out that whole centerpiece, and now like the whole ab. It had no sleeves, it was just a short sleeve. These were pants that I just cut the legs off of. Got the pants literally in Superstore during Halloween time. Work Mama Slay. And then it was like a owl or a crow skeleton. It was crow and a bat skeleton I had gotten from the dollar store during Halloween time. And as you can see, I broke it apart and I used multiple different pieces of the bone all over the costume to get this really like, just to have this very extravagant skeleton kind of look. So I put like the bird feet on the shoulders to make little pieces. These are just a bunch of pieces that are sewn and chained together. I have a few screws in there that literally keep some of the pieces here, because as you can see from a lot of performing, I do have to retighten some of it because I tried to melt some of the plastic straight up, but it wasn't really melting very easily for me, and it was just burning a lot more. So I just improvised with the screws, and it works pretty well. I just gotta reinforce it, but it was my first time trying anything like that. And also all that beadwork hand done by yours truly. It's just tedious hours, multiple beads, and even then on the back I still feel like I want to add a lot more beading all the way around, and just like keep, again, I just love all these little details. And like I have like all the flies, as you can see, surrounding the bones and areas, because like I wanted to really feel and like amp up that like decay kind of factor and vibe with it. So that's also why I want to heavy up the beadwork around it like a little bit more, just to really give that look that like things have just fallen off of these bones and they're kind of stuck all around and stuff. And like one of my favorite little details about this, lights. Oh yeah, his jaw also still moves, but I can literally turn the lights on and off. So obviously that's really fun for any dark lighting or any like spooky Halloween shows and stuff like that. It's just a really fun bodysuit, honestly. I think it's like, I've done like, I don't know, for a bodysuit, I feel like I made it pretty, and I quite enjoy it, and I can't wait to find even more excuses to wear and use it. It's also a really heavy costume. I love that sometimes I almost forget what adding all this stuff means, but like, the weight has no impact on the costume and me moving in my functionality in the costume, so that is kind of like the most important thing. But I don't know, I can only get away with so many more bones and beads, I guess, but yay! Also, I wore this right after finishing it for the, like, redoing it and finishing it when it was finally ready to be like properly performed in. I got to visit the PEI Island in Canada, and I got to do a show with the one and only Denim from Canada's Drag Race. Very sweet human, talented, wonderful, absolutely just... It was just really fun to be in something, I guess, like this crazy and handmade around someone who also makes like very just crazy, handmade, extravagant stuff, and just like gives me so much like inspiration, and it's just cool to see like other trans men doing drag and get to like actually work with them, talk to them, and like be with them in person, and just kind of see all the different like styles and like perspectives that we bring to these plates. Just chef's kiss. I could go on about it all night. It's so fun. It's so great. Wonderful. I feel like after a point I'm gonna start getting so repetitive on like, I had so much fun making this, or this one's one of my favorites and all of that, but I just really do enjoy like the outfit creation process, and I like all the different ways that it pushes me when it comes to like creating these visions of my drag, and just I'm also really into like repurposing, so I mainly thrift. A lot of my stuff's just secondhand. I don't really like buying. Forgot I had the door open for a second. But like, I don't really like buying as much firsthand if I can like avoid it. So, and this outfit is a great example of so many amalgamations, because as you can see, there's so many graphics on it. A lot of them are from different shirts, band t-shirts, movies, franchises, stuff like that. And I just did a lot of like magazine clipping style onto this like nice velvet bodysuit. So like on the hips there, these are like some hands I got from like a Slipknot shirt that are there. A lot of the lettering was from a Nightmare on Elm Street. I think it was for the 4th movie that I had. Like I took some of the original pieces, but then I magazine clipped a lot of my own words and sentences. So I like that you have terror beyond your wildest dreams, a cross-dressing nightmare. Oh, guys, who said that? Guys, who said that? Guy? Oh, I'm scared. The man-eater. Oh no. The oh, the Dream Master. Okay, where? Oh, the horror. Oh, the horror. Also on the back, I took... Oh yeah. I like that I was like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the 4th movie. Where do you think all these 4s came from? So we have 444. The irony of putting an angel number on this, especially where this little demon guy at the front, I'm pretty sure the Faceless is the band shirt that was from, but it's giving like biblically accurate angel with like devil kind of moment there. And on the back I took some pieces from a bullet for my Valentine, and I rearranged it as my Valentine the bullet. I know, genius. To match, I made this kind of like giving like nun style cap was what this like inspiration was from. I feel like I just kind of want to keep adding on to it as well. I have more words that I cut out that I want to sell. Like I'm gonna put words in the little television on the back, but like it's more pieces from like a Slipknot shirt and then like a Steven Rhodes shirt. We have Club Demonic Tour on the bottom, and then it says Cult Nightmare beside it. So that's just fun little things. And then where'd it go? Oh my lord. Oh, there you are. Doink. With even more of the clippings. I made a collar as well. Juicy little fake finger. I think I thrifted that at Value Village during Halloween time. But I put Freddy's face there, and I just sewed on some maggots that I got at Spirit Halloween. The pearlescent canine patch, obviously made by yours truly. It's a stamp that I carved and put onto fabric. And then I spelt Divine Terror on the front. So I love the whole outfit together. Like when you see all of these graphics, especially because there's so much neon green, whenever I am under like purple light, it glows. It's so like, it has that glow in the dark fact, which is really fun. I think at some point, because I do have so many more graphic scraps from like other old t-shirts, things like that, I'm gonna make like almost like a train. So like around this, I can like tie something around like the hip area, so whenever I'm just like out and about wearing it, or if it's just like for events or pictures, I can have that extra piece, but then for performance sake, I can be able to take it off, but then it still all matches and has a like nice coherence. And then I feel like a bigger piece of fabric like that will give me so much more opportunity to spell and build so many other things, so it'll be really fun to play with that. But yeah, this was just a really fun, different kind of thing that I did, and I want to do more projects like this for sure. So this dress, oh, I feel like this is one that I definitely just like, especially when it's 100% done. I'm just gonna be so head over heels for it, and I just need every opportunity I can to like put it on my body, because I feel like starting this project kind of inspired the little blooming collection that you can see beside me. Part of it was like a base item that I already had that was just super plain. I was like, what do I do with this? Didn't know what to do. And then I seen Yard 666 sale. They make wonderful fucking clothes. Oh my god, if you have no idea who they are, go on their Instagram, go look at their stuff. There's things that you're gonna fall in love with, and there's things that you're gonna absolutely cackle at. And I just love the variety, and I just love the uniqueness, and I also love seeing more repurposing for other articles of clothing and stuff like that as well. They also made a bunch of Semi Landry's outfits actually on the recent Canada's Drag Race of season 6. If you haven't seen that season, go watch it now, because can we just, for Conceptum, can we just talk about the fact that we have someone on Canada's Drag Race from not only New Brunswick, which I don't think that's happened yet. Nobody talks about New Brunswick. We do have more than just nature, just so you know. But Moncton, New Brunswick, Diva, that's crazy. I love Sammy's drag. I love her humor, just everything about her, that très chic, c'est magnifique. Like, if you don't already know who Sammy is, go. Anyways, tangents aside, the dress, and the reason I mentioned Yard 666 sale is because I seen this quote that they had put on like this really cute deer outfit, and it just got me a thinking, and it just kept me going. I just loved it. But I am born soft just to be eaten. I feel like that was just, especially seeing it on such like a cute deer outfit, and I love deer. It was just very like thought-provoking in that sense of like, yeah. So I really wanted to play on that. I took the opportunity of the pink color, and it's very pig themed is what this whole thing's gonna be, because I have pig nose, pig ears, all that stuff already. So like, it's just an outfit to match that whole thing and make a full coherent outfit and vision, especially one that kind of keeps playing with this idea of this like quote on here. So around the Eaton, I put a bunch of beading to give the illusion of blood and the little knives and things like that, because you know it's day-to-day things. Like, we always forget what our consumption means, but every time you get something with bacon, every time you get something with pork, every time you get something that's ham, it's something that used to live and breathe just like us. So it's just that like humbling reminder that we will go from seeing something at the petting zoo and petting it on its little head and thinking it's the cutest thing on the planet, and that we would never harm a little hair on its head, and then we go home and have it for dinner. So it was just like a fun little inspiration, I guess. I'm not also like, I feel like that sounds like I am like very vegan. I'm not like 100% vegan. I will like just throw that out there, but I do mostly like avoid a lot of meat and animal product and stuff like that now. And I find it's just very easy actually to avoid, and takes a lot of minimal effort, and sometimes we just have to think about what we do with our consumption, I think. But all that aside, this is just more intense beading that I did. So I slit the dress all up, put a bunch of flies, and beaded all along there to kind of like hem it and give it that. One of my favorite parts is probably the little vomit stain up here, where I have a bunch of maggots and stuff like that. And I got like these little like almost like creek, like stream colored like looking rocks giving, and so those through just to add more texture and give more discoloration. And then I used some like face paint eyeshadow and some oil and stuff like that to stain around there and around the armpits to give it just like this gross, like, it looks like I'm about to go and play in the mud puddles. Like, you see me wearing this, you give me the slop, okay? And the belly area here, I made a cutout of a pig, which I really enjoy. I thought they came out pretty well. I think it looks cute. And then I put like almost like that ham looking piece in the middle, but then like the innocence of it having the cute little like pink pearled collar and stuff like that. It's just a fun balance of, again, very sweet, soft, gentle things, but then things are just so gross. Like the muddy, yucky little hooves, the like green and like yellow that's coming, the fact that the pig is also throwing up on here. As you can see, I also beaded these nipples. They're on the top and the bottom. There's just little bead clusters that I put rings through. Looks like one of them is actually missing a ring, so I'm gonna have to put that back. But those were really fun to make, and I feel like really give it something else, and kind of just like adds like a detail that I almost like you wouldn't like expect, but really like, again, it's very like cute, vulnerable type vibe is what I like wanted with this, especially with surrounding the pig with the cross. And some of the crosses are right side up, some of them are upside down, so it just is kind of like that mixed views, mixed faith, mixed representation. I want to keep pushing this outfit, and I have so many ideas for like the kind of act I think I want to do with this. I feel like I need like a proper mix. I feel like it's not just like pick your song up and go cat cat a cat cat a cat, you know what I mean? Like I need something that like goes with what this is doing for me, because I don't know, I've been really enjoying it, and I feel like the moment that like you start making things that also are not just like, this is really fun, this is really pretty, this is really gross, this is really creative, whatever, but things that are just thought-provoking to you and to other people, I feel like are just, that's fun. That's where it's at. Start conversations, show things off, be weird. I am also gonna put like a little pigtail on like the back of the actual dress right around this bow, so it's just like right on there. And then the shoulder area, it's hard to see because of hanger, but it is quite open. So like, because I am flat, there's not much holding these up, so like I do need to find a way to put some straps on there. I just like, I'm might use some lace or something like that because I don't want to throw off like the vibe of it too much. But then I feel like the sleeves will give the shoulders a little cute swoop over, and again, I'll just add to like that innocence that people are gonna look at, be like, oh, and then they're gonna look at like the details and be like, oh. And if that's not what you're doing, to me, half the time when you see me, I didn't do it right. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed all of my outfits. I've put countless hours into making these things, and for my first year of making outfits like this, especially with no prior like really experience or training, and also the fact that these are all like made really like 100% by hand, except for any pieces that I got as bases, because I am in the process of learning with the sewing machine. So in my whole first year of drag, I haven't even been using the sewing machine. Gonna be so real, I've been hand sewing. So when I say countless hours, hun, I mean countless hours. But it's so worth it, and it pays off every time. So again, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to be able to remake some of these and remodify, or even just redo some of these concepts all over from scratch, just so I can really see how much I've grown and changed, and just how much further my drag keeps going. Have a nice day. Everybody be safe, and please don't ever be afraid to do the things that bring you joy, and just express yourself. Have fun, spread love. We only get one little life, so we may as well live it to the fullest, babes. Bye.